Recently, I've seen a lot of people go wild over certain 5-star servants. Nero Bride, Best Saber, Ozzy, Best Rider, or maybe you're one of the delusional ones who still thinks Raiko reigns supreme in the AoE Zerker category. And I want to pinpoint what exactly these people are thinking when they say stuff like this. Do they mean their kit, their skills, damage, survivability, NP spam, how good they are at farming, challenge quests? Any number of things could be the answer. Each servant fulfills a radically different role in FGO, some of them better than others, sadly, but that's another topic. Today I'm going to be talking about NP nuking. If you're a simple person like me and get serotonin hits when a big number shows up on screen, then this is more than likely something you like in FGO. What most people don't talk about is NP levels and how they affect your ability to nuke. Before I get into this, I want to make it clear, this is a PvE game. These numbers really don't matter after a certain point, and they objectively don't matter as long as they get the job done. I just like having fun figuring out which of these so-called hidden gems are worth their title. So pick your favorite servant and use them for everything. I guarantee you'll have more fun than sticking to tiers or always using servants you don't like because they're, quote, better. Let's get right into the meat. An age-old argument nobody wants to have with themselves. NP1, 5-star, or NP5, 1 to 3-star. For general use, you might always pick the 5-star. But we're talking about nuking, so let's use an example. Say you pulled Moriarty on one of his million raid-ups. Handsome old man, single-target archer. You completed your old man team, and before you can finish salivating over how beautiful the sight is, you realize the issue. You hear from all over the internet, he is low tier. Ah well, at least I have a 5-star single-target archer. Not like there's a better option in that case, is there? Well, let's check. For single-target 1 to 3-star archers, we have Paris, Robin, Uriel, David, Billy, and William Tell. To cut the fat, let's go with our good friend Robin Hood. Everyone knows he's good. But how does he stack against your 5-star Moriarty? I'll be making another video on the damage formula, so let's just disregard skill buffs for a minute and look at raw NP damage. There's a great quick tool for NP damage you can use. I'll put the link in the description, but let's just start with Moriarty. NP1, no buffs or debuffs except for the 20% defense down his NP activates before damage. 27k. Seems low, but this is without class advantage, no buffs, and NP1. Now let's move on to Robin Hood. Everybody has an NP5 by now. Again, no buffs or debuffs besides his poison, where I already had the defense down, so the poison overcharge only seems fair. Average 66,000 damage. Why would a 3-star do so much more than a 5-star? Moriarty has almost double his attack stat, and is 20 entire levels higher. The only difference here is NP levels. Some of you might think this is unbelievable, right? Maybe the poison overcharge is what pushes him over the edge, the arts multiplier versus the buster multiplier. Okay, let's even the playing field even further. I'm going to butcher these names, sorry, but Ku, Kulane, and Skahak. Both quick lancers who received NP buffs. Same multiplier, same card type, no outside factors. Cancel out all those common factors besides NP level. And we get NP1 Skahak, 1600% damage, doing an average of 35,000 damage on her NP. This is no class advantage, this is no buffs, nothing. Now let's go to Ku. Ku NP5 has a 2400% modifier and does an average of 34k per NP. Considering the random modifier that every Noble Phantasm in the game has of 0.9 to 1.1 times damage, there are cases, albeit less often, where Ku will do more damage than NP1 Skahak, despite being 20 levels lower and having a bit over half her attack stat. My point should be clear by now. NP levels are extremely important. Your NP1 5-stars, while flashy and beautiful and memorable and rare, might not be optimal for every scenario. Going back to the examples, bosses who can be debuffed would be much better dealt with by Robin Hood, poisoning them, than by relying on Moriarty to one-turn nuke. If you grailed your Ku, he will do much more damage than Skahak. Speaking of grails, increasing the attack of your low rarity NP5 servants will bridge that gap even further. Level 70 Ku did 34,000 damage, while level 100 Ku max foe, gold foe, does 54,000 damage, almost 40% total increase. No buffs. There's one thing I want to mention here, is 4-star servants. Aside from welfares, they essentially come as advertised. Easier to pull, easier to level their NP up, generally stronger than 3 stars, but their rarity can be their downfall in damage. As the game ages, there are more 4 stars that are added to the pool. More chance to get new ones, but less of a chance to level up the NP of the ones you have. Unless you're a whale or had some very strange luck, you probably don't have many 4 stars at NP5. That aren't welfare, at least. So let's get back to the drawing board and choose a single target Lancer to compare to both Ku and Skahak. Medusa Lily. Her NP is very similar to the other two in that it's quick, it got a buff, and it's single target. Skahak was 35k, Ku was 34k. Now looking at Medusa Lily, her damage at NP1 is 25k, roughly 30% weaker than both Ku and Skahak. At NP2 it reaches 31k, still not quite reaching those two. Only at NP3 will Lancer Medusa Lily deal 35,000 damage and put her on par with NP1 Skahak or NP5 Ku. This result is why welfares are such a godsend. A free NP5 4-star servant cannot be overlooked. For the sake of this comparison, let's imagine there is a 4-star Lancer welfare with the stats of Medusa Lily. And while we're making hypothetical comparisons, let's consider all the examples we just used with Ku and Skahak, but let's just remove their names. That hypothetical welfare servant would do 38k damage at NP5, roughly 10% more than their NP3 counterpart. The NP5 3-star, NP3 4-star, and NP1 5-star do 100% damage. The NP1 4-star does 70% of that damage. The NP5 welfare 4-star does 110% damage. The Grailed NP5 3-star does 140% damage. You see where I'm going. And let's add a couple more for perspective. An NP2 5-star does roughly 125% damage. But it's also really common to see NP2 5-stars grailed and foed. So let's add that on too. A grailed foed NP2 5-star does slightly more than the grailed and foed NP5 3-star. Roughly 145% damage to the 3-star's 140% damage. But remember, that doesn't consider buffs or debuffs. I hope that gives you an idea for a flat comparison of NP damage between the rarities. It will vary when you factor in buffs and debuffs, so be aware of that fact and check my upcoming damage formula explanation video to get details on that. Servants are all extremely unique. No 2 servants will perfectly compare to one another, so I say go experiment. While you're doing your Ember runs, your QP runs, your hunting grounds, whatever, bring along 2 servants and see which one does more on their own. Level those 1-stars that have been rotting in your second archive for years. Maybe you'll realize your Grailed Arash is much stronger than your Gilgamesh, or you'll gain a new appreciation for how lucky you were when you pulled NP2 Okita. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'll be doing more analysis videos like this. I'll try to keep it simple, since nobody has the time to do damage formula for every servant they pick and go into a fight with, or wiki dive what Arjuna's 3rd skills, Buster, and NP buffs are at level 8 because you're stuck grinding seeds. Yeah. My goal here with these videos is to help everyone's general understanding of how the game works. And if you already get it, good for you. I hope this refresher helps you decide what you'll need for that next annoying challenge quest. Peace.